everyone, thank you so much for joining Impact Pilates YouTube channel and for joining me here for another mat Pilates workout. If you've been tuning in so far with me, you will notice that there has been almost a running theme with some of our classes, or a very specific focus. And for today's class, I can't say I have that. I've kind of dubbed this class like I just want to move class. So if you scroll through the videos, which I know some of you do, trying to pick out a certain class, I would use this for I just want a full body mobilization strength class. This is a little bit more on the lines of a personal workout, something that I would do myself if I was giving myself a full body mat workout. That would make me feel good and mobilized yet connected as well. So thank you again for joining me, and we'll go ahead and get started. You don't need any props for this. We're going to go ahead and get started on our back. And you'll notice there is like I said before, it's a mix of some traditional mat work as well as some more flowy, stretchy, like fascial movement type work that we've done in some of our other videos. So it's a nice combination. Well, we're going to start on your back. You can just go ahead and place your hands on your pelvis. You can bring your index finger on your pubic bone, your thumbs just kind of right over the top of your pelvis, and then just go ahead and let the pelvis rock back and forth. Just feeling that nice, easy movement of the pelvis. Feeling how the movement of the pelvis changes the shape of the lower back. And nothing here should feel aggressive. Like you shouldn't feel like you're really pressing the lower back down and really arching it away. Everybody's range of motion here will be different. Then I just want you to stop in the middle, where you have your pubic bone and the top of your pelvis on the same plane. So your index fingers and your thumbs are nice and level with each other, and you just have a natural curve between your lower back and the mat, but you're not holding any tension there. And then just take one hand, bring it to your rib cage, the other hand to your sternum. And we're just going to take a few big breaths here. We're going to take a big inhale through the nose, feeling your rib cage expand into your hand, feeling your chest gently rise into your other hand. And then exhale out through the mouth, just feeling almost like a gentle relaxation through the rib cage and through the chest. Again, taking another big inhale through the nose. And then as you exhale out through the mouth, feeling the chest and the rib cage almost just gently deflate. Still holding those natural curves in the spine and pelvis. One more time, taking another big inhale here through the nose. And then just exhaling out through the mouth, calming the nervous system, just bringing breath into the body. From here, let's bring the hands down by your side. Now we're going to take an inhale through the nose. But this time on the exhale, we're going to connect through your obliques, creating a little bit of movement in the pelvis. So as you shorten the obliques, the distance between the rib cage and the pelvis gets a little smaller. So your lower back lengthens towards the mat. We take an inhale to stay there. And then on the exhale, let's return the pelvis back to neutral. And again, taking an inhale through the nose. Exhale, use that breath to connect through the obliques, but notice that nothing changes through the chest. Nothing really changes or grips through the hips. Take an inhale to maintain. Exhale, return that pelvis back to neutral. Let's do that one more time. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, connect through the obliques. Inhale to maintain. Exhale, let's return back to neutral. Now we're going to go into hip release. We're keeping this neutral, and on the inhale, we're going to take that right knee, you're going to drop it to the side, and then you're just going to reach the leg straight out in front of you. You're going to rotate it all the way inwards, and then pull it back up. We drop the leg out, we glide it down, we rotate in, and pull it up. Now we're just feeling that nice easy movement through the hip joint, keeping the rest of the body nice and quiet. So there's no movement through the pelvis, through the rib cage. Spine still holds those neutral curves. Let's do that one more time. Out and reach straight. Rotate in and pull up. Let's do the left side. Inhale out and reach. Exhale, rotate in and pull up. And again, everybody's range of motion here is going to be a little different. So play with it. Feel how big can you go, keeping everything stable. Feel if you need to keep it a little bit smaller. Maybe you have some clicking or discomfort in the hip. Open out. Reach straight. In and pull up. One more time. Inhale out and reach. Exhale in and come center. From here, we take an inhale through the nose going into hip rolls. Exhale, use the obliques to imprint, and then the glutes to roll all the way up. I really don't think I do a mat class without hip rolls. Take an inhale to stay. They really just feel so nice, and they're such a good way to wake up the spine and the posterior chain. Going through imprint, return to neutral, take an inhale. Exhale, obliques to imprint. Glutes to really curl and roll up. Find that long line, shoulder to knee. Take an inhale to stay. And don't just try to finish the way down, really try to play. Can you articulate? Can you get a little bit more movement through the back? On the way down, not only rolling, but also lengthening. Returning to neutral. Two more. Take an inhale here. Exhale, connect through the obliques to imprint. Use the glutes to roll the pelvis all the way up, ending on the widest part of the shoulder blades. Take an inhale to stay. Exhale, melt the spine all the way down. Move through imprint. Return to neutral. Last time, inhale here. Exhale, obliques first, glutes, then press through the feet. Feel that work down through the foot. Inhale to stay. Exhale, melting all the way down through imprint. As you return to neutral, bring both arms straight up towards the ceiling. And we inhale to protract. Feel the shoulder blades come away from the mat. And then exhale, come through neutral and gently retract. And then again, we protract, reach it away. And then we retract, shoulder blades come a little closer to the mat. Let's do one more time, both arms. And then come through neutral and retract. Let's stop neutral and center. Now it's just the right arm. We're going to protract, but as we protract, you can feel how that a little bit of rotation almost naturally happens. And allow yourself to protract, and allow that rib cage to gently rotate, and then return back center. And then that left side. Protract, feel the shoulder blade. Rotate a little, so it's almost like my left shoulder blade is completely off the mat. And then I move back center. Right side, we're going to speed it up a little. It's right, and then move center, reach left. Center, it's subtle, but it just should feel like a nice sense of length through that upper back, feeling that reach coming from right underneath the armpit. One more time each side, reach, back, last time. coming neutral. Both arms now are reaching back overhead. I'm going to actually have to slide myself down a little bit. So arms are by the ears. Okay, not completely collapse on the mat. Still have that connection through the rib cage. And then from here, we're going to inhale, gently elevate. Just allow the shoulders to gently shrug up. Feel that lateral stretch through the side body. And then glide the shoulders back to neutral. And again, inhale, allow the shoulders to glide up. Not up and off to where you're creating tension and rigidity through the neck, but glide up and stay wide. So again, you get that upward rotation and elevation. And then come back. 2 more. Lifting up, feeling that stretch. And then glide back to neutral 1 more time. Lift. And coming back down from here, circle the arms all the way around to the hip. 2 more big arm circles up and back. On the inhale, exhale, circle around to the hip. 1 more time this way, up and back. Circle around, reverse it for 3. Inhale, out and back overhead. Exhale, lift and lower. Inhale, out and back. Lift and lower, last time. Out and back. Lift and lower. Hands circle around now, they come behind the head. Elbows are slightly forward. Okay, so just lift it off the mat so you're connected through the rib cage, going into your ab prep. On the exhale, we curl. Drawing rib cage to pelvis. Pelvis is still neutral. We inhale, release back. So we're on 2 breaths. It's an exhale to curl and lift. Watch it. You're not tucking the tail under or pressing the lower back to your mat. Keeping that little space, like you could just slide a blueberry in between your lower back and the mat. Inhale, release. We have 3 more like this. Exhale, curl, lift. Inhale, release. 2 more. Exhale, curl, lift. Inhale, release. 1 more time. Exhale, curl, lift. But this time, instead of releasing, we're going to come back just a 1/2 inch. 3 little pulses up. We lift up for 3. Little lift up for 2. Little lift up, try to hold. And then we release all the way back. And again, we curl all the way up. Release back just a 1/2 inch. 3 little pulses. We lift 3. Try to get a little higher for 2. Lift, stay. And release all the way back. We're doing it 2 more times. Curl all the way up on the exhale. Inhale back a 1/2 inch. Little pulses up. 3. Move a little more for 2. Try to get a little higher for 1. Release all the way back. 1 more time, everyone. We curl all the way up. Inhale back a 1/2 inch. I hate to break it to you, we're not going to lower down after this last pulse. We lift 2. We lift and stay. We're at our highest point. We're reaching our arms out. Now you can stay here. We're going to go into the 100. Next level would be to pull those legs up to tabletop, and it's your choice on an imprint or neutral. Okay, 3rd level would be reaching the legs out in a long diagonal. From here we pump the arms. We in, 2, 3, 4, 5. We exhale, 3, 4, 5. We in, 2, 3, 4, 5. We exhale, 3, 4, 5. If the knees need to bend, they can. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also do a combo. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So stay on the inhale. 4, 5. Reach on the exhale. 4, 5. Bend on the inhale. Exhale, reach. 3, 4, 5. We in. 2, 3, 4, 5. We exhale. 4, 5. Good. Pull in. 4, 5, we exhale. 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, we exhale. 3, 4, 5, and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees in, try to curl a little bit higher, and then lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Grab behind the thighs, and we're just gonna draw little circles now. We circle counterclockwise for 4. Nice. For 3. Beautiful. Pull around for 2. And 1. Let's reverse that. Circle around for 4. And 3. Good. This is 2. This is 1. And stopping center. Keep a hold of the leg. Let's peel the body up. We're going to come up to your hands and your knees. Okay, but from here, instead of having elbows extended underneath your shoulders, we're going to move into a lateral stretch. So we're going to take that left hand, step it off to the left, and then just kind of swoop your right hand around. So your hands are still lined up with each other, but you have a nice, I'll move to the side, nice like side stretch here through the right side, okay? Pelvis is still center. From here, we take an inhale through the nose. On the exhale, we're going to tuck the tail. We're going into a cat stretch here. So we round all the way up, getting a little additional stretch through that right side. We inhale, stay, breathe into the back. And then on the exhale, we release out from tail to head, going through that neutral into supported extension. Again, take an inhale here, exhale, let's tuck that tail, rounding the spine. Coming all the way up, take an inhale to stay. And then on the exhale, we release all the way out. We're gonna stop in a long neutral. Now from here, we're just gonna shift the body weight back. So just think sits bones or butt to heels. Almost keeping those arms as planted as possible. And then pulling forward. Try to keep that neutral spine. So I'm not letting everything collapse as I shift back. Try to keep that spine nice and long. And then pull back forward. Let's do this 2 more times. We sit back. And then we pull forward. 1 more time, we sit back. And pull forward. Coming through center, we're bringing that right hand to the right. We have that left hand swoop around. So I have that side bend through the left. Sorry about the siren. City living at its finest. We take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, we're tucking the tail, rounding all the way up. Allowing the head to drop, and I'm not fancy enough to know how to edit that out yet. I'm sure that's coming. Take an inhale here. And then on the exhale, begin to release from tail to head. Finding that long extension. 1 more time like that. Let's tuck the tail, rounding all the way up. Head drops. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the spine. All the way out, stopping in neutral this time. And then we just shift it back. We go back for 4. And pull forward. Belly pulls up, we shift for 3. And forward, we have 2 more here. 2. Forward. Last one. Coming forward, we're coming back to center. Now, elbows underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're actively pushing away from the mat. We have the toes curled under. Abdominals pulling up so we're nice and neutral. From here on the exhale, we float both knees up. We're going to shift the body weight back just like we did with our knees down. We shift back forward. We lower the knees. Okay, we pick everything up. Find that long neutral. Shift back. Pull forward. Lower down. Imagine you're resting a glass of water right on the back of the pelvis. Everything stays quiet. Pull forward and down. You could also stay down on your knees here as everyone lifts. We go back. Just focus on the movement forward and lower down. 2 more. Pick up, back, forward, lower. Last one, lift. Shift back, come forward, lower down. Relax the feet, curl under, come back into a shell stretch. Belly pulls up, arms reach forward. And then we're just gonna stack the spine all the way up, coming all the way down into our stomach for our breaststroke prep number 1. So we're down, legs are straight, elbows are bent, hands in line with your shoulders. Nose is just hovering off the mat, glutes are connected to help at the start to anchor that lower body down. From here on the inhale, we're gonna do this on 2 breaths. We're gonna inhale, roll the shoulders back, lengthen, and lift. Gently pressing into the forearms and hands, extending that thoracic spine off the mat. We inhale, we don't inhale and stay. On the exhale, we return all the way back down, returning to neutral. Again, we use that inhale to retract, lengthen, lift. Allow that inhalation to almost invite the spine to extend. And then use that connection of the exhale. Feeling that drawing into the transverse abdominis, that lift of the pelvic floor to help support the body all the way down. Inhale, roll, lengthen, lift. And then exhale, control that way down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale to lower down. Last time. Inhale, retract, reach through the crown of the head, peeling up. As much as you're lifting up, you're reaching forward. As much as you're reaching forward, you're lifting up. And then exhale, return all the way back down. Legs are separating, they're turning in so heels are facing each other, toes are apart. And we just have our arms reaching forward now. About as wide as the mat, or where it's comfortable for the shoulders. Nose is just hovering. Abdominals still pulling up, legs reaching long. On the exhale, we have the right arm and the left leg. They're gonna float off the mat. And as the arm floats up, let the head float up. Okay, you don't want your head staying down by the mat. You want the ear in line with that upper arm, so your neck is constantly following the line of your thoracic spine. And then we lower back down. On the exhale, we have that left arm, right leg. And again, you're lifting that arm from the back. You're lifting your foot from your glute, right? Trying to think more about getting the thigh up versus just your foot, right? You want length, not height. And then inhale, lower down. Feeling this all through the back of the body. It's an exhale to lift. Waking up, activating that posterior chain. Inhale, lower down. You're just getting all the city noises today. Exhale, we float up. It's an inhale to lower back down. Both arms, both legs. Exhale, lift. You're going as high as you can without dumping into that lower back. Inhale to return down. 2 more. Exhale, lengthen and lift. Abdominals pulling up. Feel that opposition through the body. Inhale, lower down. Last time. Exhale, lengthen, squeeze, lift. Inhale, lower, back them together. Push back to one final shell stretch. Belly is pulling up, arms reaching forward. Take an inhale, really sending that breath into the lumbar spine. And then on the exhale, let's stack the spine all the way up from tail to head. Let's roll into a side lying position for some side leg work. All right, so we're down on your side. Bottom arm is straight, legs are reaching long. Okay, we have the rib cage, the pelvis, the hips all in one long line. Okay, from here, you can take your top hand. I would bring it right to the top of the pelvis, right? So you know that's where you're stabilizing from. Just below that hand from the hip joint, we point and lift. We flex and lower. Inhale up, exhale lower. Connect through the glutes. Lower down. Inhale, exhale, 4 more. 4, down, press up, down, 2 more, 2, last 1, point lift, hold it for circles, we go forward for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop, going back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reach, lower down, staggered legs. We inhale, lift that top leg, exhale, connect the bottom, they both lower down. Inhale, lift, use the breath on this one, exhale, down. It feels really nice, and it helps just keep the rhythm and pace so it doesn't feel so unstable. Down. Inhale, lift. Now start the breath, connect, then move. 2 more. In, exhale, last 1. In, exhale, now keep those legs squeezed. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 3 more like that. Exhale, lift. Good, inhale, lower. 2 more. 2. Good, down. This is 1. Good, lower down, adding the upper body. Exhale, press down through that bottom arm. Reaching that right arm towards the legs on the way up. Inhale, returning back down. Exhale, start to reach away first. Press down through that bottom arm. Using the right obliques to lift. Inhale to return back down. Exhale, lengthen. Squeeze inner thighs connected, glutes toned. Good, returning back down. 1 more time. Exhale, lengthen. Squeeze, lift. Beautiful, guys. And then returning all the way back down. Let's swing it around for the other side. That looked great. All right, so we're finding that nice long line. Toes, head reaching nice and long. That top left hand can come right to the top of your pelvis here to find that stability. Keeping that little lift through the bottom oblique. Let's start with that top leg. Just below the hip we lift. Flex and down. Inhale, point and lift. Exhale, flex lower. Inhale, point, press up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Good. Balance and control. This is 4. Down. In. Good. 2. Last. 1. Hold it here. We circle it forward. Forward. 2. 3. 4. Beautiful. 5. 6. Stop. Going back. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Reach. Lower down. Staggered legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, connect and lower down. Use that inhale. Exhale, zip up and down. In. Good. 2. Squeeze down. 1. Connect. Keep those inner thighs squeezed. Both legs. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, lengthen, squeeze, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more. 2. And down. Last one before we add that lateral flexion. And lower down from here. Exhale, press down through that bottom hand. Reach the head and toes away. Lifting up. Inhale, return all the way down. Exhale, shortening that distance between the rib cage and pelvis. Inhale, returning back down. 2 more. It's an exhale. Peel up. Good. Inhale, coming down. Last time we exhale and lift. Inhale, coming down. Awesome job. Let's come on up. We're going to be sitting facing the side. We have the knees bent, everything is squeezed together. We're going to come into a teaser position with the spine. So arms are reaching forward. We are gently scooped in the lower back, right? So we're rolled just off the sits bones. Don't think half roll back, okay? So think from a vertical pelvis, neutral spine. If you were just almost deepening, maybe a little past an imprint. That's what I want you to think. And then think of lengthening and extending through the chest. So we're changing, we're doing opposite of the natural curves of the spine. That's why the teaser position is so challenging. And then from here, float those arms up about eye height. This is where we're coming up to. And we're going to do this on 2 breaths. We're going to use the exhale to roll all the way down to the mat. Keeping the feet where they are. Arms releasing back overhead. Using the inhale to come up. We inhale, roll through, imprint to your teaser shape. Exhale, roll down. And release. Inhale, move through, imprint to that teaser shape. Exhale. And release. Again, inhale. Through, scooped, lower abdominals, lengthen thoracic. Exhale. To roll it down. One more time. Inhale, we roll to that teaser shape. We're here. We're going to pull the right leg up. We're going to pull the left leg up. Now knees can stay bent, If you're feeling good, you can lengthen those legs out. I'm going to keep my knees bent and just focus on that shape. Maintaining the position of the spine. Using the obliques, using the hip flexor to help maintain. And we're just holding it here. 4, 6, 4, 5. Glutes can tone, inner thighs connect. 3, breathe through it. 2, and 1. Lower the legs down one at a time and return all the way up to sitting. Hands come up overhead. We're going to bring them behind you. Fingers are either facing in. Okay, if this isn't awesome for your wrists, you can have the fingers facing out. And let's go ahead, just heel toe those feet apart. So the heels are now just right in line with the sits bones. From here, I still want you to think of almost having the rib cage stacked over the pelvis, obliques pulling up. And all I want you to do is just push away from the mat, so you're activating through the mid-back, and just start to lift that chest up towards the ceiling. Just getting a nice sense of extension through the spine. And then just connect the rib cage and the pelvis, coming back to neutral. And again, begin to push away from the mat, lifting the rib cage up, creating space between the rib cage and pelvis. And then the chest begins to lift, opening, good into extension, and then just connecting that rib cage and pelvis back. One more time. Push away, lift through the rib cage, extend through the spine, and then coming back to your neutral position. From here, we're just bending the elbows. They bend straight back. I'm not collapsing through my spine. I'm keeping that neutral spine. And then I tricep press up. Inhale, bend. Push away. Bend. Push. Bend. Press. 4. Good. 3. Just bending and straightening through the elbows. 2. Push. 1. Push, hold. Here I keep pushing away from the mat again. Now I press down in my feet, using my glutes to come all the way up to a reverse bridge, opening up through the front of the body. I fold at the hips, lower the pelvis down, bend the elbows. I press, squeeze the glutes, reach the knees forward, pelvis lifts straight up. I stay straight ahead. Lower the pelvis down, bending the elbows. 2 more. Push away. Squeeze the glutes, press and lift. Break and lower the pelvis. Bend the elbows. 1 more time. Push away. Squeeze, press through the feet, lift. Good, lower the pelvis and bend the elbows. Crossing the legs, coming up. Go ahead, just reach both arms forward and just drop both hands down. It's getting a nice stretch through the wrist, and then just reach both hands up. Good. Pressing down through the front of the forearm. Stretching the back. 1 more time. Down. And lift. Bringing both legs straight ahead. Hands right on top of your thighs, going into a spine stretch forward. We take an inhale. Exhale, we nod the chin. Rounding the spine forward, just reaching the hands down the legs. Getting a nice little lengthened stretch through the back. Noticing that I'm not just folding at my hip. My pelvis and my thigh Never touch because my pelvis stays vertical. I'm just rounding through the spine. I stay here for an inhale. On the exhale, I stack back up. I'm just gonna let my body rotate to the left. I inhale here. Exhale, gaze comes down. Round the spine forward here. Stay and breathe into the back. Exhale, stacking up. Moving through center, rotating through center. To the right, inhale. Exhale, nodding that chin, rounding forward here. Head to tail over, just naturally reaching my left arm down by my leg, not really thinking about it, it's just what kind of happens with the movement. Inhale here, so really whatever naturally happens with your body, allow that to just be. And then stacking all the way back up and coming back center. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for another mat workout. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I really hope that you choose to move with me again on the mat this week. Thanks, guys.